Hello everyone. So today's topic is 2D array. So last video we have discussed about what is the array and how we can implement one-dimensional array. So let's go and start with the two-dimensional array. So the topic of today is two-dimensional array. So last time we have discussed how we can represent one-dimensional array. The syntax for one-dimensional array is the data type and square bracket, pair of a square bracket, and the name of array. For example, one-dimensional array. So 1D array equal to new data type is the integer, the size of array. For example, 5. The semicolon. So it will create the one-dimensional array with the size 5, where we can insert data of type integer. So let's go with the two-dimensional array. So the syntax for two-dimensional array is the data type. So here data type in space pair of two brackets. So for one dimensional we used to write one pair of a square bracket. For two dimensional we need to write 2 times, so two-dimensional array, and we need to give the name. So same like one-dimensional array. So we'll write it here 2D array, then equal to new data type integer, and here size of array, size of 2D array, and close it and semicolon. So basically this two-dimensional array, so in one-dimensional what it used to happen, so this data once this array is created, so this 1D array reference will point out to that particular memory. So in that memory location there will be index from 0 to till 4. So 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So total 5 elements we can store. So that data is stored in sequential manner. Last video we have discussed about that here. The thing is, in two-dimensional array, this data will be in rows and columns. So here this data is getting stored in sequential manner. But the thing is, we have dimensional, so two-dimensional. So one will be rows and one will be columns. So this we can understand using so in this like matrix. So if you have studied matrix, like how there will be rows, number of rows and number of columns. So for rows, so it will start from 0. Syntax is same like that. So in one dimensional also it used to start from 0. So the index starts from 0 and it will go 0, 1 and 2. So there are total 3 rows, and the columns for this columns, so column 0, column 1 and column 2. And this representation, if want to retrieve data from first 0th row and 0th column, so what we need to do, we need to give the name of array. For example, this name of the array is x and the rows is 0. So from here rows, so that is represented in the first square bracket, and for columns is this represented in second square of bracket. If we'll write this code in editor and if we'll try to run it, it will give the values presented in 0th row and 0th column. So it will take data from here. If you want to take this one, what we will do, we need to write the name of array. So array is x and this one is row first. So array x of in a square bracket 1 and the column is 1. So x of 1 and 1, it will give the values presented in this, it will retrieve. So we can go to this editor and we will try to implement how this data structure is getting implemented. So we'll write a new class with the name called 2D array, and inside main method, so what we need to do, to first create two-dimensional array. The syntax for create 2D array is the data type. If we want to store integer, so we will take integer and pair of 2 square bracket and the name of that two-dimensional array. So we will give 2D array equal to new data type int of the size, so how many rows. So here, so if we have rows 1, 2 and 3, total 3 are there, but the index starts from 0, so we can represent in the size is, number of rows is 3, so here we will write it 3, and number of columns, how many columns are there, 0, 1 and 2, so total 3, so we will write it 3 and semicolon. So it will create array for us. And if you want to store data in this array, so we need to call, okay, we'll read data from the user. So how we'll do that, so we'll call a scanner class, scanner equal to new scanner bracket, it will take system as an argument dot in, yeah, and semicolon. So array is already created. Okay, one thing we can do before creating this array, so we will take size, we'll ask the user how many number of rows and columns they want to enter. So we can just cut from here, okay, yeah, we'll ask the user system dot out dot println, so we'll ask user how many rows, please enter, please enter number of rows, okay, and that number of rows we can collect it in this variable rows equal to scanner dot next int, and again we'll ask the user to enter number of columns. So how we can write it, system dot out dot println of please enter number of columns, so we will store in variable called columns, columns equal to scanner dot next int. Now this like rows and columns, we are reading and storing it in this variable, so these things we can pass dynamically in this 2D array. So we'll call this variable, so rows will pass it here, and the columns, how many columns are there, so just delete it and write it here, columns. So this array is created. Now what we can do, we can, okay, so we'll write a new method. So public static void print 2D array. So this method is all about print all values presented in array. Yeah. So this method will take argument as a 2D array. So integer 2D array and the name of array. So we'll just write it as array, and what we need to do, we need to display this data to the user whoever will call. So in that case it will display the data. So what we can do, we have 2D array, number of rows and number of columns. So we can use for loop for rows, so it will start from 0. So integers I equal to start from 0, it will go till the length of this array. So I is less than array name is array dot length, and we will keep on increment. Yeah, this loop is for rows, and now we'll give one more rows for columns. So integer variable name is j equal to 0, j is less than, so we will take this column. Okay, yeah. So the size of, so array dot length will give total number of rows, how many rows are present, but we want how many columns are there. So we can call this variable. So x of 0 dot length, what is the length, less than array of rows. So rows is I dot length, and inside this loop we can write system dot out dot println, and here we'll give the name of array. So array name is arrays, and the index if you want. Okay, so the rows index is I and the column is j, and we will give the space between these values we are printing. And what we can do, this method we will call from this main method, and this method is taking the argument as integer array. So already we have this array, so this array we can pass. This is the two-dimensional array, and also here we have two-dimensional array. So we can just put this variable and we'll run it. Okay. Syntax here. Okay. And j plus plus. Okay, sorry for that. Okay, to increment every time. Yeah, and we'll try to run it. please enter number of rows. So we'll give number of rows as 2. Please enter number of columns 3. Okay, so we are getting 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So total values it's giving us 6. Okay, so we can print in matrix format. What we can do, don't give next line for each values. So after the one row is completed, after that we will give the next line, then it will be in matrix format, and we don't want to pass anything here. So number of rows this time 3, and number of columns is 4. So we have how many rows? 3. So 1, 2, 3, and the column is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are total 4 into 3, total 12 zeros. 0 we are getting because we are not overriding and updating data in this array. So what we can do, we can override this default value for integer type by storing data in array. So what we can do, we will write code. Okay, so this code is to print calling method to print values from array. Yeah, so before printing, once this array is created, 2D array, so we will ask user what are the values they want to pass to this array. How we can do, so we can give this message to user, please enter all. Okay, please enter all. We want all the values. For example, if they are giving the number of rows is 3 and the column as 2, so total 3 into 2, it will be 6. So what we can do, we can just multiply number of rows into number of columns. How we can do, so we'll write it here as plus, yeah, just to separate it. So the rows multiply with columns, rows multiply with columns. So it will give the total values we want to store in our array, in 2D array. So please enter all rows into columns. For example, please enter 2 into 2 or 2 into 3, whatever the values they are passing. Values in 2-dimensional data we can store in this array one by one by using for loop. So it will start from integer I equal to 0, I is less than two-dimensional array dot length and increment for next values, and we can store by calling this 2D array of I. Okay, so we have two-dimensional array, so we have to write one more loop for integer j equal to 0, j is less than 2D array of I dot length and j plus plus. Now we have number of rows and number of columns. Now the store is values to two-dimensional array using index. So the two-dimensional array of 0 0 equal to then 0 1 then 0 2 till so scanner variable dot next int. So this data is getting stored and in this array. So before printing this variable, this array, so we will call this system.out.print printing all values from array. I will give this line just to separate it. Separate. Okay, yeah. And now this code is okay. Now try to run this code. It's asking for please enter number of rows. So number of rows is 3 I have given and number of column is 2. So it's asking please enter all 6 values. So number of rows into number of columns. So 3 into 2 equal to 6 values in two-dimensional array. So we need to enter 6 values. So 1 2 3 4 5 6. You can take some different values also, and we are able to print these values here. So we have first row there is 1 and 2, and second row 3 4, and third row 5 and 6. So this data is getting stored in array and we are able to print it. So this was all about two-dimensional array, and it's better to write separate method to read data from input. What we can do, so this logic is once the array is created, once the array is created, here we are asking about enter all the data. So we'll cut this code, we will write the separate method to take input from user. so just give some space. So method to read data from user, and this method is public static, and we need to return so integer two-dimensional array and the name of the method. So read user data in 2D array. Yeah, and this code we can write inside this method. Okay, number of rows and number of columns is also required there. So everything we will take here and put in this method. Yeah. Once this method is created, and we need to return the data. So how we can return? So we have this array, we need to print. Once this loop is closed, this loop is also closed. So after this we can return this two-dimensional array, the column. So indirect this inside main method we can call this method. So this method name is read user data from two-dimensional array, and it will return two-dimensional array. So we'll copy two-dimensional array and we'll store this data in two-dimensional array. The variable name is already there, so just will keep this variable name here and just uncomment it. So this is the actual implementation to read the data from user from here to till here, and same method is getting called, we are calling here. So this line is all about calling method to store 2D arrays value and catch in this variable two-dimensional array. So this method is getting called, and the return whatever the two-dimensional array is getting returned, so that we are storing in this variable. So calling method to store two-dimensional array values and catch in two-dimensional array the variable name. Yeah. Now we can run this method. Yeah. So number of rows is 3, the number of column is also 3. So please enter all 9 values in two-dimensional array. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So total 9 values we have given. So number of rows is 3, number of columns is also 3. So 1, 2 and 3. So 3 rows and 3 columns is there, and we are able to display all the data in console. And we can write the logic to So this is all about two-dimensional array. If you have any queries, you can just comment it here. Thanks a lot for watching videos. Please like and do subscribe. Thanks a lot.